of that.
I need
Get rid of what?
I had that shirt on thinking like I was going to do a thing, and then all of a sudden we got our own shirts. So maybe I should redo it with, branded items.
You need to grow a beard first.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did too.
No, you did not.
I did too. You saw it.
Nowhere close to
There
what
are
it was.
pictures. It was the same thing.
No, it wasn't.
Welcome back to the show.
How you doing?
We hope you had a great week. We had it feels like it's been a long, long time, but it's only been a week, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. It's 2 weeks.
Yeah, can you confirm that, Jerry? Because it feels like I'm in a time warp or something. I had multiple days off in a row, and it was wonderful.
Yeah?
Yes. It was like being at school again, where you get an actual summer break, winter break, spring break.
School is just break now.
Oh, come on. Well, it is for you, mister.
Don't go to school.
I'm doing my homework. I can't play a game with you.
Get to this side whenever I'm doing my classes.
Yeah, but a lot of classes are doing it where you have to actually show up at the time and do the video with the teacher at that specific time.
Oh, yeah. No, we do... Only one of my classes is doing that, and we just join it, and we join in. We get told what we're going to do for the day. She asks us if we have any questions regarding the stuff from yesterday, and then we can leave.
Yeah, I like that. My classes I take online I just show up and do them whenever I do them.
Yep.
And that does make things go smoothly because you can go faster. You can do all your week's worth of homework in one day. That's how I do it.
Exactly.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Love Killing and Super Sav 3. I see you guys are on there. Hello to you. For those of you chiming in, maybe for the first time, I'm going to put a link here in the chat. This is a link to our Discord channel where you can have fun, nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, chatting it up or not.
Or not.
It seems like the last week or so it's been a little slow there. I think people carb comaed after Thanksgiving.
It's understandable.
Ate a lot.
Yeah, no, it's understandable.
Okay, I have a Thanksgiving tradition. It's where you eat a bunch of food, you take a nap, then you wake up and you eat a bunch more food, and then you kind of zone out a little bit, then you come back and have a snack that ends up being a bunch more food, and then you go to bed.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sounds like a normal day.
Not for me.
Sounds like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So afterwards I had to go back to work, and that was the disappointing part.
Back to work.
I had to go back to work. And since then it's been, well.
Yeah?
Well, we got a new board. Hopefully you guys can hear us really well. We're still making some changes. We installed most of it today. We've still got a little ways to go. We are trying to piece together a little something different off the wall. We'd like to include some of you guys that are watching and some of you that follow us on Discord. We're thinking about doing an open mic night. I forgot how
You forgot what about it?
Doing like a holiday open mic night. That might come up in the next, I don't know, couple of weeks or so. We'll give us some time to plan, where you guys can come on the show in some way or form. I'm pretty sure, though, that if we do songs and such, even if you're singing a song, is that copyright thing?
Yes, you can still get DMCA'd because of it.
Because you used to be able to go on, because they had a girl on there that would play guitar and sing like covers of.
Yeah, no, that's not really a thing anymore because DMCA is claiming people for everything now.
Okay, so what if we did it on YouTube? They'd boot me too?
It'd probably take longer for you if YouTube would just shut down your stream, but DMCA can get you banned.
Because YouTube, if I put something on there that has a song on there, they won't monetize that episode.
Yeah, no, you just don't get monetized
and that's
because
fine.
Copyrighted content. Your video get claimed, and whoever claims it will make the money
For that one video.
for that one video that they
Yeah,
claim.
so we could be I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. It's not about making money. It's about holiday open mic night. So chime in if you guys think about it. Glad that you got your name back. Is this because of your past your punishment love, or this just your reset came back and you were able to get the name because of that?
6 months is finally over.
6 months? Has it been that long?
It's been 6. That's how long it is for you can change it again. I think it's 6 months.
Reset came back. That's what he says.
Yep.
Hello to some too. Some
Have.
Some have.
It's 3 months. All right, I was wrong. 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
Not 6.
Okay. Well, chime in with the open mic night, because really I'd like to do something that involves more of a community thing, and it seems like this whole COVID staying away from people, it'd be kind of nice to do something that would be nice. I used to do open mic night. Like I actually did open mic night with your sister.
Yep.
And we did. Actually, it was really fun.
You did some duet thing.
Yeah, a couple of them.
I didn't go to any of them.
Oh no, wait a minute. Oh yeah. Anyway, so we might do it on the Discord too, because we can do it on maybe the movie night, and the people who are performing can meet up at Discord, and everybody else can stream it on YouTube. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
You'd have to set everything up ahead of time.
We'll work. Oh yeah. We'll work on it in the background. Just chime in. Let us know what you think, and we would like to have you there. Maybe even. I mean, you could do a lot of different things on your cell phone. I know that Love does theater, so if you can get together with a couple of your theater friends and do like a skit or something like that, that would be all part of the process. It'd be a lot of fun. Anything you got for this week?
I'm tired.
I feel like I just heard that from somebody.
But no, I don't. Well, not really. Nothing important, at least.
Okay. I don't know what the day is.
It's the 3rd.
The national 3rd of December day.
It's the national 3rd of December.
It's the national 3rd of December day.
Let me pull it up and I'll see. Take a look-see here.
Well, while you're looking that up, I will get on into the good news portion, I guess, of the program. We have. I had like I always like find all this stuff like ahead of time, but yesterday I was driving and I heard an article on the news or on the radio.
On the radio?
Yeah, it wasn't my car. I was driving somebody else's car, and they had the radio going, and I heard this. It's like a local news story for us.
December has 91 national holidays.
Oh my goodness. Well, so this couple here, I'll put their picture up. Canceled their big wedding. They had like a big wedding. They canceled it, and because of COVID. But they had a $5,000 catering deposit. You have to put money, and all the meals get bought and prepaid ahead of time. Well, wedding events lasted a few hours. Marriages are meant to last a lifetime. In the wake of COVID-19, although disappointed by the necessity of having their big days significantly scaled back, some special couples have been able to embrace a bigger picture with open hearts. Such was the case for Chicago residents Emily Bugg and Billy Lewis. Originally, the pair had planned a fairly lavish nuptials, but as the pandemic wore on, rather than wait to wed, they eventually decided to trade in their upscale plans for just a small ceremony at City Hall. Love may have won the day, but it did leave the newlyweds with a conundrum: what to do about their non-refundable deposit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, you can see it in the picture. Some things like the dress and the DJ were write-offs. However, Bugg and Lewis decided that having their health and being together more than made up for those things. And all was not lost. The reception venue agreed to let them put their deposit on hold to be used for a future charity event. And the wedding photographer shifted gears to record the couple's small but heartfelt City Hall ceremony for posterity. That left a $5,000 catering deposit, but rather than roll the money into an event to be named, Bugg and Lewis decided instead to spread their joy to others less fortunate. Bugg, an outreach worker at Thresholds, a nonprofit geared towards helping sufferers of bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and other psychiatric illnesses, knew exactly what she wanted the money to go to. With an enthusiastic thumbs up from the caterer, Heidi Mormon Caudle, owner of Big Delicious Planet, and the blessing of Threshold CEO Mark Ishog. The designated fare from the original 150-person guest list was transformed into 200-box Thanksgiving dinners for Windy City residents dealing on a day-to-day basis with severe mental health challenges. The charitable donations have taken a big hit as a result of the financial impact of the coronavirus, so Ishog was especially grateful for the couple's inspiring gift to the Threshold community. He was also greatly heartened by the copycat effect that generous gesture seemed to have spawned. Other people started asking themselves, what can I do for others at Thanksgiving? There's been so much anger and fear this past year that we've had something like this from that when we have something like this from Emily and Billy, which is just about humanity and kindness, he told Washington Post. In addition to tying the knot, Bug and Lewis recently adopted a rescue dog named June, adding a little more love to the family. While she might be wistful at not having the chance to wear her wedding dress, Bug believes, though theirs wasn't the traditional start to a marriage, it was beautiful nonetheless. It's clear Lewis shares the sentiment and couldn't be prouder of his bride. I'm lucky to have a wife who is clever and thoughtful enough to change a not-so-good situation into something positive for a lot of people, he said. And we think Chicago is lucky to count both of them among its citizens.
So her name is Bug?
Last name.
Now. Or is that
Lewis
his last
now.
name?
Well, I guess...
Because you said Bug and Lewis.
Yeah, her name's Bug.
So is her last name now Bug, or is her last name now Lewis?
I don't know. I don't know.
Lewis.
I think you're going to do a ship name. Most brides take the husband's name, but some retain their own name. And
yeah, some...
I feel like there's at least some guys that switch their last name.
There's gotta be.
Very rare.
Well, yeah.
Where the guy takes the lady's name.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. The article that, and I just heard it last night while I was driving, so I wanted to bring it for the show, and I made it first. Not that these people know that we're close to Chicago, but.
No, we just hear about worldwide news across the country.
I know, right?
Okay, so today is International Day of Persons with Disabilities.
How unique. How ironic, I guess.
Yeah. So, to everyone out there with disabilities, today's your day.
We know a few people that have some physical disabilities.
Yeah.
And there are people with like some mental disabilities and challenges, but this show, we've talked about a few of them in the past. So, but yeah, salute to you all. Especially the people that get up every morning and don't do the morning haiku.
I don't.
Or at least my morning haiku.
I don't.
Yeah. So my next article... Whoops. Well, this is not awkward at all. Is Jerry with us? I
think so. Jerry?
I tried to
Hi there.
Okay. I tried to wire you to the board. I just wasn't sure if you kind of quiet there. I know you don't really eat, but I mean, giving away 200 things Thanksgiving. I wish you could eat, Jerry, because I don't know. I like Thanksgiving especially.
Sounds charitable.
It does indeed sound charitable.
Okay, it could be literally the end of the world. Doom and gloom, black clouds rolling in, tornadoes and floods and all of that jazz, right? And I could be like in a bad place. And if I just had Thanksgiving dinner, it'd be like, it's not that bad.
These mashed potatoes sure do make everything seem
I'm just
brighter.
saying, as a man, come on. Am I wrong?
No, food is fantastic.
There's literally an age-old adage that says the quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And I'll tell you what, ladies, that is true. It is.
It's true. I value food above pretty much everything except for 3 things.
Family friendly.
My parents,
Okay.
my friends, my siblings are somewhere in there. And then the third one is one single person.
Okay. I'm just saying that if you had to choose between Thanksgiving dinner and spending time with, mom or dad, you would take the Thanksgiving dinner, and I would too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, see. My grandpa, when he was still alive, had a problem with, he was struggling with a lot of different things once he got on up in age. And he ran a stop sign, and he ran a red light, and he struck a shopping cart at the Walmart parking lot. And when that all happened in a short period of time, I had to, take his keys from him.
Yeah.
And, lay down the law, you're not allowed to drive anymore. And it was going to be a bad fight. I knew it was going to be a bad fight. You can't go up to a person and take away their freedom, basically, is how they see it. You know what I mean? And so there was this plan on how I was going to make this as best as possible. So I told my grandma that day, the day that it was going to happen, I was like, I need you to make a meatloaf and some homemade mashed potatoes. Because I knew that was my grandpa's favorite meal. And I knew for a fact that after I took his keys and he went through the whole, 5 stages of, whatever, loss until he gets to acceptance, that meal would make it, that much better. And you know what? It worked flawlessly.
Yeah.
Be like, "Ugh." He got so mad he actually left the house on a riding lawnmower. But when he came back and he ate dinner, it was fine. It was like, you know what? Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, you can get angry and whatnot, but you get the right thing of food, you'll be fine.
The problem is, I'm pretty sure I have family members that watch this. So when I get upset with my kids for something, my daughter brings me her report card, and she's like, and I'm like, what happened? And she's like, oh, did I tell you that we're having meatloaf for dinner? I'm like, we are?
Meatloaf. Well, hello.
We'll just talk about this later.
Talk about this after the meatloaf.
Try to do better next time.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, getting back to the good news. A Canadian man drives a stranded American family 1,000 miles to Alaska.
But why?
They were stranded, man.
But
1,000
Alaska?
miles. I'm just saying, this is
I'm not focused on 1,000 miles. I'm focused on Alaska.
This is like a story that's pretty cool. Though most modern-day women generally don't like to think of themselves as damsels in distress, when fate lands them in peril, sometimes the only thing to do is to call for a knight in shining armor to come to the rescue. For one American woman, that knight turned out to be a Canadian Ranger. I'm going to mess up her name. And I apologize. I'm not very good with names.
Canadian Ranger?
Her name is Lynn Marchessault.
Well, that's actually probably not that far off.
Okay. Lynn Marchessault was behind the wheel of a pickup towing a large trailer as she and her 2 children headed to Alaska to join her husband at a military base where he currently serves. Though Marchessault is former military and used to tough situations, even after upgrading to studded snow tires, the Southerner wasn't prepared for the snowy conditions that gradually worsened the further north they traveled. Rather than risk harm to her children or herself, Marchessault decided to pull off the road and bivouac at a highway lodge. I was just looking at that because we never figured out how to say that.
It's a bivouac.
Bivouac.
It's a bivouac.
Okay, we play this game.
I'm putting into Google Translate.
Google how to pronounce it?
Yeah, Google Translate.
Okay, so we played this game and we've always okay. Anyway, she pulls over to the right at a highway lodge. It's been set up to temporary housing to house temporary workers. Her husband, stranded due to COVID-19 protocols, was unable to come to their assistance. So Marcia Salt sent an online plea for help.
Bivouac.
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 Bivouac. That sounds like
Bivouac.
French. Okay.
Bivouac.
It's basically a place to camp. It's a campsite.
Yeah, it's a camp.
It's like a fancy way to say a campsite. Okay. The message was spotted by the watchful eyes of Gary Bath, who lives with his wife, Selena, in Fort St. John, British Columbia. Though the trek was close to 1,700 kilometers, about 1,056 miles, he was determined to see this woman he'd never met and her kids to their destination. Sorry, I just had a flash there. I didn't care how far it was. I just knew they needed help, and they had a few short days to hit the border before they were going to get in trouble, Bath told CBC News. In addition to the stressful driving conditions, as a ranger, Bath knew Americans are only allowed a certain grace period to reach Alaska from the lower 48 states. Bath and his wife, their car loaded with provisions, met up with Marcia Salt and her family at the inn, and trusting them to Bath's care, Selena drove home, leaving Bath behind to perform his knight in shining armor chauffeur duties. With Bath as pilot, the rest of the trip was uneventful. Everyone in the car observed COVID-19 precautions, and the group reached their destination at the Alaskan border near Beaver Creek in the Yukon in good spirits. His charges safely delivered, Bath now faced the daunting undertaking of making the return trip, but he needn't have worried. News of his good deed had quickly spread. Thanks to word of mouth among his fellow rangers, combined with the generous public contributions for his airfare to complete the final leg of his journey, Bath made it home in good time. Bath says as happy as he was to help out, he was also touched by the generosity of others who pitched in along the way. Marcia Salt was full of praise for the man who saved the day and for his wife as well. We are forever grateful to Gary, and I'm thankful to his wife for bringing him up and loaning him out, she said. It seems that Marcia Salt and Selena Bath really hit it off, but are hoping to renew their friendship when the family heads back south. That's pretty cool.
So first we had Lady Nail, last name Bugs. Now we have Bath.
Okay, I don't make up the names.
There's a lot of B's going around.
I just find the articles. I'll tell you what, you find the next article and send it to me, and then I'll put it up there.
All right.
And if you could find one with like really easy pronounceable names,
I'm
I'd be forever
gonna
grateful.
find one written in Mandarin.
Yeah. I don't want to be like, see, I can actually pronounce B-A-T-H, Bath. I can pronounce that.
Okay. What about Bivouac?
And then, but the chocolate, I can't do those ones.
Gotta add some insect chatter in there.
No. You know what? We should just have Jerry pronounce everything. What do you think? Jerry, can you read over my shoulder and see this or no?
What if I don't want to?
Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
We have to be considerate of what Jerry wants.
Well, I do know that, like, when you take your cell phone and you hold it up to the screen, it does that weird, like, glare thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know if she can read it or not.
It makes the lines.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Anything you'd like to add? No?
I mean, sweet, they went to Alaska.
Jerry, you got anything?
No, sorry.
To drive 50 miles or 100 miles one way, right,
Yeah.
is like a huge undertaking for any one person. You know what I mean? But to this guy who's going to go up to a total stranger and drive them 1,000 miles and then have to get back 1,000 miles backwards, that's like really good spirited. You know what I mean? That's like above and beyond good news. I mean, I know we look for good news,
Those are some above and beyond gas prices.
but like you have these hitchhikers. I know you're not supposed to pick up hitchhikers, but you can pick up a hitchhiker going the exact same direction that you're going and then drop them off so it's not inconvenient for you. But this is like you went up to get them, went 1,000 miles further, and then had to get 1,000 miles whatever back home. I mean, that's huge. That's huge.
Certainly can't complain.
I think that's a great story, and it's a better person than me because I don't know if I would do that. I've made trips like I had to drop off a dog for a family member that was like 300 miles.
So you took a dog 300 miles.
And it was like it was an entire day to drive down there for do the thing, drop it off, make sure it's all settled, and then drive back. That was exhausting. And that was only 600
yeah.
miles round trip. And I can't imagine 2,000 miles. It'd be tough. And then on top of it, it wasn't like just like you just drove it. That would be bad enough, but you drove it in inclement weather.
Sure, inclement weather with snowstorms, undoubtedly.
Total strangers.
Total strangers. There was no bivouac.
Would you do that for a family member? Would you chime in there? Would you guys do that? Would you drive 2,000 miles round trip out of your pocket, whatever, for a family member?
If I could afford it, probably.
Family member.
Yeah, probably.
As long as it came below the Thanksgiving. If it was like, I need you to drive me 2,000 miles on Thanksgiving. No, I'm out.
Yep.
No.
If it's after or before Thanksgiving, as long as it doesn't impede on Thanksgiving, I'm
Never
fine.
heard of the knight in shining armor. Yeah, I've actually never met a knight, like an actual knight. I know there are people who've been knighted in England, but some of our UK friends probably have. Is Sophia? I haven't seen her on here.
No, I haven't seen Sophia either.
Wonder if she's seen a knight.
Maybe.
I heard that Sir Sean Connery passed away. That would be technically a knight, but I've never met him.
I think he was knighted.
Oh, he was for sure. He was Sir
Sean Connery.
Yeah. No, people only call me Sir when whatever. Okay.
Sean Connery. Sean Connery.
The world's loneliest elephant, Caven, finally reaches new home and gets a hug from Cher and new pachyderm pal.
The world's loneliest elephant.
World's loneliest elephant.
What makes you the world's loneliest elephant?
One is the loneliest number. It says so in a song.
Sometimes one is better than two.
Not when you're an elephant, apparently.
Not when you're an elephant?
It's been a big week for Caven, the loneliest elephant, after spending decades living in poor conditions in a Pakistan zoo. He's reached the lush sanctuary where he'll spend the rest of his days, and he's already made a new buddy. Early this year, GNN reported that Caven was ordered by Pakistan's High Court to be freed from Islamabad's Mirgazar Zoo, which is in the process of being shut down permanently. There were many groups and people fighting for the elephant's release, including the most famously Cher, who celebrated Caven's win, tweeting, "This is one of the greatest moments of my life." Since that May ruling, Islamabad's Wildlife Management Board has been working behind the scenes to find the lonely elephant an ideal home, and they found the perfect site in Cambodia Wildlife Sanctuary.
Cambodia.
Yep. In a rescue led by animal welfare organization Four Paws, alongside IWMB and Cher's Free the Wild organization, veterinarians and elephant experts have been busy preparing Caven for his departure to a new location. For weeks, the team has been helping Caven learn how to make a stress-free entry and exit into and out of an air shipment crate. Given the male elephant weighs 4.35 tons, that's been no easy task. Have you ever seen Operation Dumbo Drop?
No. Please don't tell me they drop an elephant out of a plane.
They drop an elephant out of a plane.
But
yeah.
why?
Yeah, because it's a Disney movie.
What? Dumbo joined the Air Force?
It had
Dumbo joined the Navy SEALs? SEAL Team 6?
You know what? We're going to do Dumbo Drop, Operation Dumbo Drop on one of the movie nights. Have you guys, anybody out there seen a Dumbo Drop? Shout out if you have.
Dumbo Drop.
Okay. This weekend, though, Caven was finally ready for his departure with a military escort. The pachyderm was taken to Islamabad International Airport and onto a Russian IL-76 aircraft. After a stopover in India, he made the 10-hour flight to a new country, arriving at Cambodia Wildlife Sanctuary in the capital of Siem Reap on Monday. Caven has left his transport crate and enjoyed a warm welcome with a fruitcake and a banana tree leaf trail just made for him. After 8 years with no animal friends, he's made his first integration with another elephant. He's met one of his biggest supporters. That'd be Cher, who tweeted that she sang to relax him. And I think
Share?
the Cher, which is probably the one not wearing the
Probably the one that
uniform.
stands out.
Probably the one not wearing the uniform.
I would be willing to
Yeah.
bet that is Cher.
And obviously the dude in the background that's staring, that's like, I don't know, but this guy right here, not this guy, but the next guy right over here, that guy, he photobombed that completely.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's like, you know what,
Cher's around. They're taking photos.
Look at, this is my photo with Cher, and he's like in the background. You can't see their face anyway. Okay, I'm sorry, that's not right. In around a month, Caven will be introduced to 3 female elephants, and he'll have 25,000 acres to roam in. That's an area 50,000 times bigger than the zoo enclosure he was confined to until the court ruling helped set him free. With Caven's years of isolation finally at an end, Four Paws says he'll finally have the chance to live a species-appropriate and peaceful life.
Yeah? Species appropriate,
Yeah. Don't you think that... your sister likes elephants, right? No.
She likes bears.
Sister's friend, Cooper.
Sure, I don't know.
It's like an elephant fiend.
Sure.
Is fiend a good word in this particular
Elephant fanatic?
case? Fanatic? I've heard fanatic can go all the way down.
Elephant obsessive?
Well, any case, I think if you were an elephant, you would like 25,000, roaming.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't?
If you're a 21st century teenage boy, you would like a 12 by 12 room with an Xbox and a PlayStation and a Nintendo and a...
and soundproofing.
Yeah, and food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be species appropriate for you.
Species appropriate.
For you.
I need a kitchen, though.
They'd
I
be
gotta
like,
make
hey,
food.
if I were to drop you in like a 25,000 square foot acreage thing and you'd be like, okay, roam, that wouldn't make you happy. That would not be species appropriate.
I'd probably walk around a little bit, get some exercise in, do some
I mean, you'd be
jogging.
like, what's that guy's name that took that family to Alaska?
Exactly.
Come and get me, man.
Brath,
Come and get me.
Mr. Brath, please come get me. Mr. Brath.
Come and get me. Okay. Sorry. I lost track there.
Well, we just finished talking about elephants.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite animal, Jerry?
I like raccoons.
Raccoons are actually pretty cool.
Well, raccoons are actually part of the bear family, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So I don't know if I told this.
Don't look at me for this.
I don't know if I told this story here or not, but this really happened. My friend, I don't know, can you say first names? They're like, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Anyway, my friend Jimmy,
A buddy of mine.
a buddy of mine, that's not a friend named Jimmy, named Jimmy also.
His name is Gerald.
He had this raccoon that got into his garage. The police were called and a lot of other things. Anyway, nobody would help him get this animal out of his garage. So, long story short, he takes this broom and by beating at it, the raccoon ran out the front of the garage. Jimmy hits the garage door, so the door starts closing. The raccoon ran onto the porch, climbed up the porch, like, holder thingy,
Yeah.
went across the roof, and then came back in the garage window and was back in the garage now. So Jimmy has this bright idea.
They're smart. Raccoons are smart, man.
Jimmy has this bright idea to take this knife, and he's, like, poking at the raccoon,
Well, that's not a good idea.
trying to get the raccoon to leave.
The raccoon's gonna take that.
The raccoon took the knife
Yeah.
from Jimmy, grabbed the
And
blade,
they hold it.
and ripped it out of his hands. Now Jimmy is a big boy, and Jimmy goes running out of the garage. He's like, "The raccoon's got the knife!
The raccoon's got a knife!
Raccoon's got the knife! Get out of here!" I mean, it's bad enough to have a raccoon in your garage, but a raccoon with a knife, man, it's over with. This is like, I was just thinking, you know what? This is like a perfect Stephen King movie. The raccoon's got it.
Imagine
The
pulling
raccoon's
up
got
to
it.
someone's house, just see them running around the yard. You go, "What's wrong?" "The raccoon's got a knife."
The raccoon's got the
The
knife.
raccoon's got a knife.
The raccoon's got the knife. Okay. Anyway, cool for you, Jerry. You like raccoons. They have opposable thumbs, by the way.
Yeah, they can brandish a knife at you.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So, moving on to Americans reveal how they're staying positive in 2020, with 66% agreeing their communities are closer than ever. You feel that's true?
No.
Jerry, how do you feel about that? Do you think that 66% the communities are closer? Maybe.
I'm not
but
exactly sure.
I would think maybe, because you can't go anywhere.
My community, no. No.
But you can't go anywhere. It's not like you're going off to the mall or whatever, so you can only stay in your community, or really, you know what I mean?
There's
And
a,
so,
there's a guy who lives up in Canada that I know. He lives towards
Bath. Come and get me, man.
he lives up near Washington.
Okay.
That's the area of Canada he's in. It's like right above Washington. And so his place closed down, but everywhere was still open.
Uh-huh.
Like there were pools and whatnot that were still open, public pools.
Yeah.
He just went swimming for like 2 months.
See?
And nobody bothered him until
Yeah.
they finally shut him down.
Aw.
He just went swimming every single day.
I think people are like, you know, I mean, if you can't go anywhere or do anything, and you're like, you know what, let's just have a cookout, and everybody on the block will just come over.
Exactly.
Can't do anything, we'll just throw out some tables and we'll do some stuff. I mean, your sister did a graduation drive-by. Now, when I was growing up, a drive-by was a bad thing. I'm just saying.
A drive-by is still a bad thing if it's unannounced.
Right.
A drive-by is
a
a bad
graduation drive-by. And when they're like, we're going to do a graduation drive-by, I was like,
See, if they tell you about ahead of time, it's fine. If they don't tell you and the drive-by happens, it's most likely not so fine.
Well, I have another story, but I'm not gonna, I can't say it
You
on the show.
cannot say it on the show.
But you know the drive-by story, yeah?
I believe I know the drive-by.
Yeah, he's coming. Well, anyway. Okay.
Okay, communities are closer.
Good news.
Good news.
Americans reveal how they're staying positive in 2020, with 66% agreeing that communities are closer than ever. I
How-
really want this to be true.
I want to know how to stay positive in 2020 because
Yeah.
it's a struggle.
8 in 10 Americans in a new poll say that they were desperate to hear some positive news in the remainder of 2020 and believe the constant stream of bad news has taken a toll. Boom! And good news with Digi and Dyer, man.
So I was wrong. It was hard to find ways to stay positive in 2020. Past like few months, fantastic.
I know, yeah.
I've had just the perfect thing keeping me positive.
Xbox.
No. I got people, man.
Peeps.
Yeah. You gotta have your people keeping
You gotta have your people.
You gotta have interaction with people keeping you positive.
Well, I'm just saying that everybody is looking for this show. I just wish that these people could find us. We need to reach them.
Yeah.
I would like to do the little psych, you know what I mean? They do their psych thing. This is a psych moment. And we're like,
The best part is that there's no silence. And I don't think I can hear it, but all I can hear is just the squeaking of your chair as you move around in silence.
okay, let's do this again. Get ready for the happy dance.
Yeah.
We'll do the happy dance. Okay. 8 in 10 Americans in a new poll say they're desperate to hear some positive news in the remainder of 2020 and believe the constant stream of bad news has taken a toll. They'd rather see good news of Digi and Diet. Okay. The survey asked 2,000 Americans nationwide about how they've coped with stress of this year. The good news is that 7 in 10 respondents have made it to a priority to do something positive every day as the quarantine continues. The top goal, shared by 43% of respondents, is just to make at least one person smile every day. 34% are trying to make someone laugh daily, and to make it a priority to share positive news with their loved ones. And when respondents need some cheering up themselves, the recipe is turning on their favorite movie, 46%, and eating their favorite snack, 43%, which is where you get the COVID-15. That might be the COVID-25 now, I don't know. But 43% turn to their favorite snack. 43% of respondents also go for a walk. 4 in 10 respondents call a friend. And 38% snuggle up with their pet.
So, just so you're aware, that music and all the sounds queued up on the board are about twice as loud as we are. So, maybe give a headphone warning ahead of time. Or we can cue those down a little quiet.
Okay, I cued him to do that.
Yeah, but you've also got it on full volume.
Okay.
The best part is that they can hear you when you're just dancing around. They can hear your chair just squeaking.
You know what I like the idea about? I can imagine Love right now. Love killing, sitting at home, eating his favorite snack, half listening to the show, and all of a sudden like. Okay. We'll give you heads up when we do our little happy dance.
I'll need to make an animation that you can hit that pops up and it says headphone warning.
Yeah. Okay, so the music is really
It's
loud.
really loud.
I know, right?
Amy, let me just a little bit quieter.
Okay. So 43% of respondents also go for a walk. 4 in 10 respondents call a friend, and 38% snuggle with their pet. Okay.
See, I don't get a choice whether or not I want to snuggle with my pets or not. They just show up and go, yeah, you got a deal now.
Yeah.
I don't get an option.
What's weird is like the dog is probably like, they're home all the time now.
My dog loves it.
I used to lay in his bed and he didn't even know.
No, he lays in my bed still. I'll be sitting on my bed playing games on Xbox, and he just waltzes in, hops up my bed, and just lays down.
At one point, that you're gonna climb in bed with the dog, and the dog's gonna be like, "Dude, get your own bed."
I'm gonna pick him up and throw him off my bed.
Okay. A quarter of the respondents also shared that they sing in the shower for a pick-me-up, and 19% even have a solo dance party to get in better spirits.
I have done both of those things. I can confirm. I have done both of those things.
Okay, headphone warning in 3, 2, 1. Solo dance.
Yeah, no, I'll have
What's hilarious is that Jerry has stayed a constant. I kind of thought she would like swerve around or anything, but no, she's pretty serious.
if anyone's gonna be serious, it's gotta be Jerry.
Jerry keeps us serious. Okay,
Thanks, Jerry.
solo dance.
I'm not always serious. I can be fun.
No, Jerry can be fun.
Okay,
Jerry can be fun.
yeah, I remember the head dive right there, like the head bombing, like where I thought she was gonna like, I'll shave your head for you.
Yeah, I'll shave your head, and then she almost gave you a buzz cut.
Okay, so 38% of those surveyed mentioned they're donating to local charities to foster positivity, and 28% are finding a safe way to volunteer. Conducted by one poll on behalf of Vitamin Angels for Giving Tuesday, the survey included 6 in 10 respondents who said the difficulties of 2020 and COVID had led them to give back to their communities even more, and 66% were in agreement that their communities are closer than ever.
What is Vitamin Angels? I've never heard of Vitamin
It's
Angels.
just like a group. It's a group. Really loud. I have everything super quiet now, so you're fine. Okay, nice.
Well, we turned it down about a third,
Yeah,
so
we
it should have
did.
been quieter.
Should have been fine. Despite the stress of, you know, what's the problem is, like, I'm gonna say something now, and I'll be like, "Hey, love, what do you think about?" Blah, blah, blah.
Not gonna hear a thing.
Nothing.
No, stop.
This does sound like crickets.
Just, hey, love, what do you think about this?
Yeah,
and then
I'm
we're
sorry,
gonna make
can't hear you.
we're gonna make some fantastic joke, and it's just gonna be like,
Okay. Despite the stress of COVID-19, 78% of respondents also said that the pandemic has made it more important than ever to give back to their local communities. In fact, 42% of those polled have increased their donations to charities during COVID-19, saying that they have donated to an average of 4 charities throughout the year, with the average totaling $36.46 a month. Half of those polled are also donating to charities that are currently addressing COVID-19, with 87% of whom saying they are more likely to support causes that are specifically helping women and children impacted by the pandemic. Over half of respondents, 57%, also plan to increase their planned holiday donations because of the impact of COVID-19. Communities in the U.S. and around the world are already vulnerable before COVID-19, and now is the time when they need us the most, said Howard Schiffer, Vitamin Angels founder and president. Right now, we have an opportunity to come together and to take what has been one of the hardest years in our lives and turn it into one of our best positive actions to help the most vulnerable in our communities. And as residents look to the new year, 3/4 are hoping to start off fresh and share positivity as much as they can, with another 8 in 10 hoping others will do the same. The top goals to share positivity in 2021 include having more positive outlook in life, 52%, and trying not to focus on the negative as much, which is what about half everybody says.
yeah,
48% of respondents are also aiming to take better care of their mental health, and a third of the respondents want to donate more to charity and to amp up their volunteering commitments. This holiday season is a great opportunity to connect with loved ones and to share some much needed positivity, said Schiffer. Another way to share positivity is giving back to at-risk members of our community. So here are the top things Americans do to cheer themselves up. Watching their favorite movie, it's 46%. Eating their favorite snack, 43%. Going for a walk, 43%. Calling a friend, 40%. Cuddling with their pet, 38%. Taking a nap, 37%. Don't point at me, I'll point at you. Hugging a loved one, 37%. Baking cookies,
I can't do that.
specifically.
I can't do that.
I baked cookies at least twice now in the last couple
I
of
do
weeks.
not have the ability to bake cookies.
Singing in the shower.
I can make drinks, can't bake cookies.
Singing in the shower, 25%.
It's the most wonderful time.
Yeah, I don't think I can say what I was going to say. I heard you singing in the shower one time,
You did.
and your mom was
Yep.
laughing, and we were going to come downstairs and record you, but I thought it'd freak you out a little bit.
Yeah, I've been quieter now.
19% having a solo dance party.
Don't do it a third time. Don't do it a third time. Don't. Yeah, I know you want to. Don't do it a third time.
Fine.
Ah!
Okay. Okay, top positivity goals during COVID-19. These are the goals. Try to make someone smile once a day, 43%. Donating money to local charity, 38%. Sharing positive news with their loved ones, 34%. Trying to make someone laugh once a day, 34%. And volunteering in a safe, social distancing compliant fashion, 20%.
I sang half a sentence. Oh God, no.
You know what? You can take that lovely singing voice and do open mic night with us.
I'm not going to do open mic night because my microphone's broken. So I need a new microphone.
All right.
Do open mic night.
Yes, open mic night. Jerry wants to do open mic night.
My microphone is broken. I gotta get a new microphone if I'm gonna do open mic night.
Okay, we'll get you another microphone. We've got like multiple microphones around the studio.
I need another one of those microphones because
Rode.
it's a studio microphone.
Nice. That will make your voice sound so much better.
Yeah, I broke it by yelling.
Well, Jerry wants to do open mic night, so y'all need to come up with something to do and then join the fun. Goals for 2021. Do you have any goals for next year?
Yeah.
Well, 52% say that they want to have a more positive outlook in life.
No,
50% said they're going to try to not focus on the negative things as much.
I don't focus on many negative things.
Yeah, I had like a rough day the other day, and I came home and played Destiny.
I
felt much better after that.
I've been playing VR with my friends a lot, and that's been nice.
Getting away.
Yeah.
48% said they're going to take better care of their mental health. 34% they're going to donate more money to charity. And 32% said they're going to volunteer more.
I don't think I've ever done volunteer work.
I don't know. Chime into the chat what you would like to do. Super Sav says, "Oh, your microphone has an auto tune."
You know what I'd love to do? One of my resolutions for 2020 is hang a punching bag.
Oh!
Hang up the punching bag.
That's over in the corner of the studio?
Yes, it is. It's right there.
Yeah. We need to hang up the thing. That would be actually kind of nice.
I want to buy some gloves for it
Yeah.
for Christmas. That's one of the things I'm going to buy myself.
Oh, yeah, because I actually went to town on a punching bag and, like, kind of messed up my wrist a little bit.
Yep.
So, anyway, do you have anything? Because I've got a couple more articles, but I don't want to cut you off.
Well, we're at our time as well.
You have something to go for today, or you want me to keep going?
No, I got my thing.
All right.
Howdy.
So, content.
So let's do a recap. What have we had so far? We've had Bug and Bath.
Bug and Bath.
Bath and Buggy Works. So we've had people driving, people giving out food. Someone gave out 2,000. What was it? 2,000 meals, right?
200.
200 meals. We had 200 meals, 2,000 miles,
2,000 miles.
and we had 2020.
2020. I'm seeing a trend here. Okay.
There's a lot of twos, isn't there?
Yeah. Terrible twos.
Well, 2020
Terrific
is
twos.
2020 is not a terrific
twos
two.
now. Yeah.
2020 ain't a terrific two. I gotta be honest with you.
All right.
Okay, so my thing is, so a lot of schools have now, so people are now figure out classes and whatnot.
Yeah.
And my principal has sent out my vice principal has sent out emails because I don't know how it is for everyone. So for our school, we have to do on our phones or on our computers, we have to do a manual attendance. We have to go in and physically say, hey.
Mark yourself in.
Yeah, because you need a certain amount of days of school in order to graduate.
Okay.
So my vice principal sent an email saying that there are a bunch of people not doing that.
Okay.
So I don't know how it is for other schools, because I know like everyone else does it differently.
Well, I know someone who is on your system that signed in every single day and has confirmation that they signed in every single day and said that they weren't.
Are they signing in on the right thing?
Has confirmation.
We don't get confirmation that we signed in.
One of the people right here was just talking about your open mic night. I know
Our thing is
said that they weren't logged in. And
our thing is legitimately just we go in, mark what grade we are, and then mark our name, hit submit, and that's it. We don't get confirmation for anything.
Email confirmation.
No, we don't get that.
Well,
Unless it's a specific thing for their class. But we
That's
don't get that.
me, your punching bag.
You're not my punching bag, Alex. Most of the time.
We're just going to punch your eardrums. Why don't you turn it up? We're not going to press that music anymore.
And music. So, one thing that was interesting to me is school lunches.
Uh-huh.
Because school lunches, ever since COVID hit and we went back to school lunches have changed.
Okay.
We got food that we had never had before.
Okay, is this a good change?
Oh, it was lovely.
Okay.
We got fried chicken legs. which was amazing.
Okay.
And they tasted
They
fantastic.
tasted like chicken.
They tasted actually like chicken, which threw me off. So what we've got, we got some weird pizza thing.
Okay.
So they would give us cold tortilla, cold tomato sauce, and cold cheese, and you're supposed to make a pizza out of it,
Okay.
but it's all freezing cold.
And you eat it cold?
Yeah, we have no way of heating it up.
Oh, that's not good.
So what I did was I stole someone else's tortilla. I put everything on there and I just slammed it together and made a massive mess. But it was definitely better than trying to eat it open-faced. Eating
Okay.
it as a sandwich worked a lot better.
Okay.
And then, this is the thing I don't think our school has ever had. We had hot mac and cheese.
Versus cold mac and cheese?
We've had cold mac and cheese before. It's
Oh.
been served. Cold,
Ew.
cold mac and cheese.
Ooh, that's not even... Ooh, I don't know.
So what we do, and so I only ever got lunch because I have to go over to another building across the street because to take a special class for programming.
Mm-hmm.
We would all sit there around the pavilion, and that's when we would figure out what we got for lunch because none of us would open our bags until then.
Yeah.
So we get there, open our bags, and my favorite part of the day was because the first thing out of everyone's mouth every single time was, what in the world did they give us this time? Because
Yeah.
people would look into their bags and you would see immediate disappointment no matter what it was.
This was before COVID.
Before COVID.
And now it's more...
Oh, no, it's still disappointment.
I thought you said it was better food.
No, the food is better, but I think people are still disappointed.
Oh.
Because the only thing that's ever really good is the main thing they give us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the apples above everything else. But everything, I think they freeze it now instead of just putting it straight in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Because we get milk cartons. And more often than not, the milk carton is half frozen.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to freeze milk, I don't think.
I don't know. I think it's to preserve it.
I don't think you're supposed to freeze milk. I know, like, you freeze, like, potatoes, they explode.
Oh, speaking of milk, you know what's made out of milk? Ice cream.
Cows?
Well, yeah, but that's why I think cows are. Why do you think cows have white on them? That's
Right.
the milk.
So ice cream?
Ice cream. You know what ice cream goes in? Root beer floats. I went to Walmart on Black Friday with my buddy Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a root beer float making kit that came with like big ale glasses
Mm-hmm.
and chocolate syrup and everything you need to make root beer float besides ice cream and root beer.
Got everything but the actual, what you actually need.
Besides what actually
Yeah.
makes up a root beer float.
Yeah.
It was interesting because you want to know what it was surrounded by? Hot sauce.
Really?
It was surrounded by hot sauce taste testing stuff.
Okay.
We even found Gordon Ramsay's hot sauce taste testing. Hell's Kitchen hot sauce.
Nice. I don't know if I want spicy hot sauce in my ice cream, but some people put in there. I see people put spicy stuff on, like, their popcorn and such.
What is the hottest thing you've had?
I don't know.
Because I know.
Sport
And it
pepper.
wasn't fun.
Sport pepper, jalapeno, chili pepper. Those are all about the same, probably.
Wow, you're really low on the scale.
Yeah.
So my friend Jacob was moving to Missouri. We all gathered at Blake's for one final meal, and Blake was cooking burgers and steaks
Mm-hmm.
because Blake's a really good cook when it comes to a grill.
Yeah.
We're all sitting around at the table. Blake comes in, he goes, "Hey guys, I have ghost peppers." And so naturally, all us guys are not very smart. So we all are standing around out on the back deck because his house sits right on the edge of a river, so it slopes down.
Yeah.
So we're all standing out there, and we're like, "All right, 3, 2, 1," and we had pieces about that big and that thick of ghost pepper, and just right in the mouth with seeds and all. Took about 10 seconds. Every single guy standing in the banister turned around and immediately leaned over the railing and started drooling and spitting profusely.
I'm pretty sure that like ghost peppers, like you're like warned not to take a ghost
Oh,
pepper.
you are 100. Yeah, it is actually advised against, because we had to look it up. You are advised against eating a straight raw ghost pepper because it's actually acidic.
Yeah, I know my friend Brad took so they went somewhere and had like a hot sauce, and he took like one of those pretzel rods, the little skinny ones, the
Yeah.
pretzel sticks, and like dipped it in this watery thing and pulled it out, and there was like mostly nothing on it, and ate it, and like for hours he was having problems, like he was like sweating, and his body went like into like a weird shock mode after taking it. He was like, I couldn't taste it.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that issue. We just had pain. That's all we had. Blake, the guy who took the ghost pepper, after about 5 minutes, he goes, boys, this ain't looking good, and then threw up his ghost pepper.
Well, I will, I guess we'll sign off. It's 5:02. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'd like to see you back. Chime in with Discord, which I'll put in the thing one more time.
Yeah, always add in the Discord at the end. There we go. That's the link for any of you that aren't there.
We're going to put out a couple of polls here over the next like week or so about what day would be the best day to do it, and how many people are interested, and we'll see what we can come up with there. And we hope you guys have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for coming to the show.
Yep, have a good one.